Hi, I am Chuck Marundi, and today we're going to talk a little bit about extras, change orders, and more money, please. If you're hiring a home builder, one of the traps for the unwary is signing a contract, but then finding out during the process of construction that you're going to have to come up with more money and more money and more money. That is not a good thing, and it happens an awful lot, far too much. For those of us in the real estate and construction business, change orders and extras are part of life. Almost everyone wants to change something during the construction process. It may be fixtures, tile, windows, counters, or cabinets, trim. Building a house is the biggest project most of us will ever assemble, so there are likely to be some changes that you make as the construction, as the house unfolds before your eyes. Changes are almost guaranteed in any home building project. So it's an important issue that this should be considered when hiring a home builder. Unfortunately, it's one of those issues that most people don't address adequately in their initial meeting with the builder. Now, before we go any further in this discussion, I want to add this little note that I hope will capture your attention. Almost every builder or his salesman gets good at persuading you to sign a contract. Let's face it, they're in the business to make a buck, and in order to do that, they must get good at selling themselves and answering all of your questions with the right answers. If they were not doing that well, they would have been out of business long ago. Included in this group of persuasive builders and salesmen are, number one, good builders, number two, mediocre builders, and number three, many not so good builders. How's that for diplomatic? What's the point? Clearly, it is your job to discern the good from the bad and the ugly. It's your money. You're the one who's going to be making decisions and calling all the shots. Back to the subject at hand, extras and change orders. It came to my attention some years ago that some builders take advantage of their customers when a change is requested during construction. I heard a story of a woman recently who had a change order. The builder wanted an extra $11,800, but the owner found out she could hire an independent contractor to do it for $3,800, and that $3,800 still had a profit into it for that subcontractor. I heard of a change order for a window that should have been about $800, but the builder wanted the homeowner to pay an additional $6,000. Many years ago, a client shared a story with me about an elderly couple in their 80s in Sequim who hired a contractor to build a deck around the back of their home. During construction, they decided to have the builder make a change, extending the deck to the ends of the house. Well, the builder did that, and then he told the couple they owed him another $80,000 in addition to the original contract price. They did not want any conflict, so they just paid it. There are many examples like this out there in the real world. See, once the builder has your signature on the contract, on his contract, and construction is proceeding, he's got you with respect to any change orders. Now, that is perfectly okay if you have a fair and reasonable builder who will not gouge you for any changes you want to make and to which you agree. But if your builder uses change orders as an opportunity to pick up a big profit along the way, to increase his profit margin in building your house, that's not too cool. Well, I'm Chuck Marundi, and I hope this has been helpful.